Election challengers at the polls are allowed under Michigan law. You may have heard about them in this era of political skepticism, but what exactly can they challenge? 13 on your side political reporter Josh Albertus has the answer.
As skepticism has grown toward recent elections, so too has attention toward the presence of election challengers at local polling places.
It's definitely something I would expect as a voter to see.
Ottawa County Clerk Justin Roebuck has been a vocal participant in local officials' efforts to try and instill public confidence in the system. And there's a distinct difference, he said, between poll watchers and challengers.
A poll watcher is essentially any member of the public who could be a poll watcher. That could be just an interested individual, could be a Boy Scout troop coming in to watch the voting process happen on Election Day.
Election challengers, on the other hand, are a little different in what they're allowed to do. These are individuals who need to be credentialed in order to serve in the area.
Typically, it's the major two political parties in the state that appoint challengers, but definitely other organizations such as League of Women Voters, Promote the Vote. There are other groups out there that can certainly appoint challengers.
Challengers can challenge practices or voters' eligibility at the polling place based on a few factors.
Based on the fact that they are not 18 years of age or older, that they're not a U.S. citizen, or that they don't reside where they live.
But what are their limits?
They cannot handle any election material, they can't touch any election material, and they cannot talk to voters. But a challenger can be present in the precinct, sort of observing that whole process.
Largely, Roebuck said, relationships with challengers have been positive. But like in many other cases, there's a balance to the process.
We need to make sure that we are open to having them there observing, but also recognizing that they see our main responsibility as taking care of our voters and making sure that we can do that efficiently as well.
Josh is here in studio now. And Josh, what about voters who may feel intimidated by having a challenger watching?
Yeah, Juliet, these workers' roles there is meant to be observers and bring up challenges where they see them. But according to the state, they explicitly cannot threaten or intimidate voters or workers. Now, there are a lot of details around the powers and the limitations of these members of the public in the polling place. You can find the full story up on our website, 13onyourside.com.
Thanks for that information, Josh.